Hello, how are you today? I'm Jules. Thank you for coming back for another video of my channel. It is first week of April 2022 and it's a beautiful day outside in Colorado. Thankfully, it's been virtually like 50-mile-an-hour winds the last couple of days. I hate the wind. The wind is the worst weather out here. But there's stuff to talk about, of course. Cross stitching, of course. I don't know where to start really, but let's start first with my progress on my stitching this week. I primarily focused on just one piece this week. I am right now sort of semi-obsessed with sun worship and wanting to finish it, and I'm this far along. I got all the way to the bottom this week. I think I pretty much did like all of this week. Got all the way down there, so I'm not sure how much is left. I'm using Pattern Keeper for this, but I don't quite for sure know. I think it's at least maybe a quarter, but we'll see. But my killer here is that I'm stitching it on 18, so I'm doing full cross stitches on this. With the coverage is fantastic, and the reason why I think I'm stitching on it like crazy is I love the colors. They're just so bright compared to what I normally do. So the really good news is that I found Empire State Workers, which I have been missing for like a week. And oddly enough, I found it behind me. Like it had fallen behind my computer somehow. And so anyway, let's just show it. I haven't gotten anything done in the last week, but let's just show it because this is going to be part of my focus this week is definitely going to be on getting this done. I think once I finish with the video, I got a few other things going on. I think stitching is the order of the day and the order for the next couple of days. So we'll do that. And then I'm working on giraffe selfie, but honestly, I barely got anything done on it this past week. So, I mean, I'm not even going to show you that. That's not even worth showing you. I have gotten in, I've ordered, I want to start stitching on some higher count fabric when I get to it, but it's maybe some of my smaller patterns that are, not full coverage. So I got a couple of things of fabric. This is 32 count Lagana in a steel color. So it's kind of like, it kind of comes through. It's sort of like a blue-gray with a hint of green in there. But I really, really like this. I'm contemplating doing the guitar dancing one on this. It's plenty big for it. I probably could do this in other projects as well, but I'm still kind of thinking about it yet. I don't want to yet start one more because you guys know how I am with that, but there's that. Now this one that I got, this one I think I want to do one of my monochrome pieces on. This is actually a 28 count Lugana in gingerbread, and I would like to do one of my monochromes on this. It sort of screams for either like boots or cowboy. Unfortunately, I kind of got it because of the color, and then when I got it in, I realized that it's about 2 inches too short on the width for it to fit, because it only gives me about 1.5 inches on either side of the pattern, and that's if I'm perfectly centered, which we know I'm never perfectly centered. But so I'm going to use this for another monochrome for sure, but I definitely want to try this out. Now this is 28 count, which I would probably do one of my patterns. I would do this probably 1/1, maybe 2/1, probably 1/1 to be honest with you. I don't have a lot of experience in stitching on fabrics that are like 28 count and above. I've done it a couple of times, but I always stitched on those like 2/2. And I haven't done it in years, so this is going to be a little bit of an adventure, but one that I am super happy about. So let's see what else is going on. So that's that. Oh yeah, so the other thing I did this week, finally, when I went to Nashville Market, I needed something besides my phone to do my orders on and whatnot, and eventually I got a tablet, and I got an Android tablet so I could keep using Pattern Keeper on it. And moreover, I actually got kind of decent sized one. I don't know, this might be like a 10-inch. It's a little heavy, but not too bad. I got a cover for it, thank goodness, because I have dropped it a few times. But this one was relatively inexpensive considering what I could have paid. I want to say it was under $200. I want to say it might even have been under 150. I will link this one down below. So if you're looking for a good quality tablet that will do anything with Android and Google and whatnot, this one is great. I'm going to pull up Pattern Keeper on it so y'all can see it. Now, when I look at Pattern Keeper on here, I have only my stuff on here right now, only my patterns. But you'll actually see, if I don't, you'll see some that don't actually have covers to them. And that's just because I have the cover separate from the PDF on those particular patterns right now. And so the picture didn't pop up in there. But I've got a lot on here right now. And so like the, let's see, let's show the, I even got a few more down here, but let me, actually, you know what? So when I did this, there, whenever you're transferring your progress from one pattern to, from one device to another, you can absolutely save your progress, export your progress up to your Google Drive, and then download it into your new device so that it updates your actual work. Now, it did that for everything but sun worship. Sun worship, I could not get that to work. Don't know why, but it did it on, let's see, can I turn it this way? Oh, cool. So I can turn it this way and kind of show you guys. So on Pattern Keeper, this is actually the stuff that I've stitched. This is the stuff that you can see. And let me highlight the stuff that I haven't stitched so that's a little bit better. So I'm just going to go press the highlighter. Maybe. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, I got to zoom in more. Hold on. Come on. It probably won't do it because I want it to. Ah, there we go. I think it's choking on it right now. Let's just let it percolate for a second here. Here, let me do this and then that. Of course, I want to show you guys something and it doesn't work. Oh, maybe if I went over to where I actually haven't stitched yet. Okay, that would probably work better. User error. User error. So let me zoom out a second. I have selected, I think you can choose any color you want to on this. I have chosen green to signify what I have not done yet. Let me just see what it looks like. So you can see what I have left to stitch on this. So I'm super happy. I love Pattern Keeper. I adore it completely. And now having everything on the tablet is really nice because it allows me to put the tablet over to the side. I can still have my phone. So my phone is important for texting and for like when I'm listening to videos or audiobooks or something. I like to have that right there. Hold on just a second. Pause. Sorry about that. I had to let the dogs in. Did I tell you that I had a guy here replacing a water thing? And came in. They're updating like the water meters, or whatever, inside your house. And so I had all the dogs outside, and they were all like scraping at the door. So he's been gone for a little bit, but I finally let the dogs in. So anyway, Pattern Keeper. Can I tell you how much I love it? I love it so much. I'm serious, guys. Like, if you're an Apple lover, I don't know when Apple versus Android. I really don't know when they're going to actually be able to convert this to the whole Apple system. But is it worth it right now to get like a tablet and just go ahead and use an Android tablet right now? Yes. I hope that when they put out the Apple version or the Mac version of Pattern Keeper, that they'll have a way that you can convert your Android to Mac patterns. I don't know for sure. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I'm sure they're going to have that. But like I said, I'm going to put a link down below for this relatively inexpensive tablet. And but I mean, come on. I mean, it's been so nice to not have to it speeds up my stitching a lot, because before, when I was using my phone, I would literally I'd be stitching and then I'd need to go look for a new YouTube video, or I'd have to respond to text. I had to pull myself out of the Pattern Keeper program and do everything else, then go back in. And it just wasted a lot of time going back and forth. So now with the tablet, it's exciting. I love it. It's so cool. So another piece of news, and I don't know for sure yet. We're working through an order and we're trying to get things figured out. But if it works out, and I should know in the next couple of days, some of my physical patterns will be available in Europe, in the EU. We'll see. Hopefully they're going to get shipped to Switzerland And if they do end up being on the market somewhere out there, for those of you guys in the EU that follow, it will be a lot easier for you to procure them once. I think they're already in the EU. It's expensive to ship international. It's ridiculous how expensive it is. But anyway, so we're working that out. Hopefully that's going to work. So the 4 patterns we're looking at is my sleeping cat, my watercolor Sheltie, which you guys haven't really seen in a very long time. They're all on my Etsy store, Stitching Jules Design, and Sisters in the Storm, and Book Street. So all of those are there. I talked to Ronnie last night. Good old Ronnie Rowe. He says hi. And he actually let me know that he's actually going to be coming out with some new designs later this year. And he's also going to be doing like a whole website redo and whatnot. But he's got some cool stuff coming out. So I would be on the lookout if you like his stuff, especially the new stuff that he's been doing with some photo manipulation with, what's it called? With color. Let's just say that. That's what it's called, color. Guys, settle down. Everybody settle down. And so, I know. I gotta pet everybody. I don't show the dogs all the time because the dogs are crazy. And unlike like everybody else that has like Flosstube dogs, they sit in their lap and they're so sweet. Mine are a bunch of crazies and they don't do that except for Binky. So, guys, just chill, please. They're all, it's because I'm talking. But, so I talked about that. Yeah, so I am happily stitching right now, trying to get stuff done. Guys, all right, chill. Enough. They know what enough means. Anyway, sorry, brain is gone. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Train's off the tracks. Thank you for being so patient with me. I don't think I have anything else that I can really talk about right now. I'm still just kind of plugging away here. I don't plan on releasing any new patterns for the next couple of weeks while I just focus on stitching. I put up a bunch of new stuff on the store last week, including some new monochrome pieces. I've got, God, I love the Muhammad Ali one that's out there, the grayscale. That one came out really nice. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff out there that I really, really like. So, again, if you want to get a physical pattern, it would be great if you would contact your favorite needlework shop and order it through them. Or just tell them that you'd like to have some of my stuff in stock so that you can take a look at it, maybe buy it. I am being a shameless plug right now, which I hardly ever am, but I really, really, really want this to work. And it's taken off so far. And oh yeah, I was talking about Ronnie. And I owe it, I don't care what Ronnie says, I owe like 99% of it to him because I wouldn't even be here. I'd still be stitching everybody else's stuff, which I love that stuff and I do want to stitch it. But right now I got to focus on my business and trying to get it up and running. But anyway, I need to get to stitching. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will talk to you soon. And if the shipment to the EU does go through, I'll find out where these will be sold. So if you want to get physical pattern in the EU, this might be your way to do it. So at least for now. All right. Y'all take care. Have a great rest of your day. Oh, yeah. So we're in Georgia. I got right at the very end. So I've got my University of Georgia hat on. I don't know if you guys realize I was actually, I was born in Indiana, Midwestern family roots. When I was a young kid, we moved to Georgia, and I lived there for about 20 years. I do not have an accent unless you have an accent and we're talking. So for the most part, or I'm really tired. When I'm really tired, the accent comes out. But, and then I lived in Georgia until about 20 years ago, and then I moved out here to Colorado. So I like to think that I have, the Midwestern values and appreciation for a lot of things that are amazing in the South, and then just kind of the Western lifestyle now, living out in the mountains. And I don't live in the mountains, but near the mountains. And so I've been around a lot and seen a lot and made a lot of friends all over. So, Anyway, that's it. Go dogs! Go dogs! All right, y'all take care. Have a great rest of your day. Happy stitching. Be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.